Many prisons have adopted a new policy for giving indeterminate SHU sentences, meaning they are not required to tell a prisoner how long they're going to be kept in solitary confinement. This policy was instated in an attempt to control gang members, but is often abused by prison officials. The act of placing a person in SHU for unknown amounts of time should be considered cruel, unusual, and torturous punishment.
In cell 111 is Freddie Munoz.
This is my home right here. For good or bad, this is it.
Growing up, Munoz wanted to be an astronaut, but at age 13, he got caught up in gangs.
How many murders did you commit? Two murders.
Because of his violent past and his gang affiliation, prison officials have kept him in a cell like this every day for the past 10 years.
Although there are high rates of crime associated with gang members in prison, not all people who interact with gang members are guilty of another crime. A disproportionate amount of gang members and gang affiliates are placed in SHU primarily in an attempt to force prisoners to break their ties with gangs. When these prisoners are placed in solitary, they are often given indeterminate sentences. Before a prisoner is put in SHU, another prisoner, usually already in SHU, will debrief to the Institutional Gang Investigator, IGI, and provide another prisoner's name. Gang members usually name enemies or disliked prisoners to place them in solitary and to avoid placing another gang member in SHU while still remaining in the gang. This results in people being thrown in solitary who have no gang affiliations and no way out due to not being able to tell the IGI any information of the gang members and their activities, which is part of the appeals process for prisoners in SHU.
Conditions of SHU are beyond inhumane. People in SHU live in complete isolation. They have no social contact. They are only released from their confinement for 1 to 2 hours a day to exercise in a bigger box or take a shower. The room itself is extremely small, usually only 8 by 10 feet. Prisoners have reported only being able to take 3 steps before reaching the opposite wall. The rooms are often extremely unsanitary. Some even contain bugs such as roaches. Prisoners in SHU are watched at all times through a camera. They have absolutely no privacy. They may also be subjected to physical torture such as hog tying, restraint chairs, and forced cell extraction. These conditions cause a variety of mental problems, including hallucinations, distortions of time and perception, hypersensitivity to noise and touch, insomnia and paranoia, uncontrollable feelings of rage and fear, and increased risk of suicide. Solitary Confinement Facts says, if one is not mentally ill when entering an isolation unit, by the time they are released, their mental health has been severely compromised. Many prisoners are released directly to the streets after spending years in isolation. Because of this, long-term solitary confinement goes beyond a problem of prison conditions to pose a formidable public safety and community health problem. Prison officials often abuse the indeterminate SHU sentences policy by placing inmates who have no gang affiliations in solitary. Racism is a severe factor in these situations and goes hand in hand with Southern strategies tough on crime. Prison officials also abuse this policy by using solitary as a tool to psychologically break prisoners for information. Solitary confinement is a cruel and unusual punishment.